Hello everyone, welcome back to part 3 of how to create your own multi-stage boss. Before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video so you don't miss out on any future content. Let's get right into it. In today's video, we're going to be making the second stage of the boss, where it will rain down attacks from the sky. Let's get right into it. First, I already have made my rain model. So if I bring it into the workspace, it's a few little cubes and then one big white cube at the bottom. So I'm going to put this back in. First thing I'm going to do is just take the hurt script we already have from our spike and duplicate it. And put it inside here. Next thing I'm going to do is actually take the lift script and we're going to reverse this. So I'm going to move this back into the workspace so we can get the Y coordinates correctly. So first things first, we're going to make this subtract. So after we do that, we're going to do it until it reaches a certain point. So I'm going to select the rain and move it down under the map to see what is under the map to see where I can stop it. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to real quick switch my move from 0.5 studs to 1 stud just so it's more accurate. Okay, so now if I select the rain and I'm going to set the position to an even number just so it's easier. And now I'm going to take its current position and move it down under the map to see what it'll look like. I'm going to select -12. And instead of greater than or equal to, I'm going to make it less than or equal to. Next, after we've done that, we don't need it to fade out. So once it does that, we're just going to have it delete itself and break. Okay. Now that we've finished that, we can move this back up to where it was, which I believe was 57. Okay. Next, we need to edit our first attack script. What we need to do is make a variable inside of boss. I'm going to press plus. I'm going to insert a bool value. I'm going to name this one first stage, and I'm going to duplicate that and name this one second stage. Now we're going to go into our first attack folder. I'm going to close this out. We're going to actually delete all of these. We're going to duplicate it back up to 12 after I finish editing the script, but for now we're going to delete those. In this while true do statement, before we do that, we need to define this. So we're going to type this in at the top. Local first stage equals script dot parent colon wait for child and then first stage. Then in our loop down here, we're going to put in an if statement. If first stage dot value equals true, then we're going to go down here and put an end. Finally, I need to abbreviate all of these. Now, because we're going to be starting with the first stage, I'm going to go into the first stage properties tab and check this to make it true. So once we're done with that, we can now duplicate this to 12 again. Now that we've finished that, we can start scripting our next script. So I'm going to start by putting this rain back in server storage and then make a new script. I'm going to call this second attack script. Now this is going to be very similar to the last one. So I'm actually going to go into this script and copy it because we're going to be using it as a template. Now, First things first, we're going to take these two up here, local danger and spike, and delete those. Next, we're going to edit this. And we're going to change the first right here to second, and we're going to change the first right here to second. So now we're going to go down here, set this to second, and basically delete all these scripts. Okay, now we need to define the rain. So we're going to type this in. Local rain equals script dot parent colon wait for child. Oh wait, oops. Instead of script dot parent, we're going to write this. Equals game dot server storage colon wait for child rain. Once you've got that typed in, I am going to start coding it. So at the bottom here, the reason I kept these two in is because since the rain's going to be coming from a random place at the top, the coordinates will be the same as the bottom. So we want to keep this part in. So we're going to type this in. Local rain2, because we're making the clone, equals rain colon clone. After we do that, we're going to set rain2 dot parent to equal game dot workspace, and then after we do that, we're going to type in wait 2. Now all we have to do is add before this wait 2, we're going to move it. So rain2 dot position equals vector3 dot new x dot value rain2, we're going to copy that right there, rain2 dot position dot y, then we're going to type in z dot value. And once we've done that, we're going to wait 2, and then we're going to repeat. So now we need to code the script to make it so it will change this to true after 30 seconds, or I'm going to set it 15 for the sake of time, and set this to false. So script game dot players dot player added colon connect function player. After we've done that, we're going to see how many players are in the game. Local player count equals game dot players colon get children. Then we're going to put in an if statement. If player count, hashtag player count, that means the number of things in player count, equals 1, then wait 15, then script dot parent dot first stage equals false, and script dot parent dot second stage equals true. Okay, now all I have to do is rename this script control stages, just so I know what it's called, and let's go and try it out in the game. Now it will start out by summoning spikes, which it seems for some reason the spikes aren't being summoned. So real quick, I'm going to check out why. And that seems to be exactly why. Okay. I'm going to swap this one out with this one because I accidentally changed the lift script inside the spike. So put the one that's inside rain inside spike and put the lift script that's inside spike inside rain. So now, if we go back inside the game, it should start out with spikes. Yes. And after 15 seconds, it should go to the next part. Now, before I even do this, it says infinite yield on second stage for control script. So I'm going to go to the boss and local second stage equals script, and the script would be right here. Parent. Oh, okay. So the reason that's messing up is because we haven't put this in a folder yet. So if we go back in now, the reason I had it set to .parent twice is because when we put it inside of a folder, it will when we put it inside a folder, it will be the .parent twice, because for this, the parent of the script is this, and then the parent of that is boss. But for this, the parent of that is boss. So for now, we're just going to have it be .parent once. Now, all we have to do still is make it so right here, I'm going to add a very slight wait timer, 0.1. And I'm actually going to make that smaller. I'm going to go in and make that 0.01. Now that we've done that, we should be cleared of errors. And yes, it seems we have had no errors. That's good. So now it will summon spikes for 15 seconds. And if I wait for 15 seconds, let's see if the spike stops summoning. Now it seems we ran into an error. 1 second. So it says first stage is not a valid member of part. If we go in here, script.parent.first stage equals false. Script, so this would be the script, and the parent of that is boss. Dot first stage equals false. Yes. So instead of doing that, we have to define it. So we're going to do this. At the top of the script, we're going to write local first stage equals script dot parent wait for child first stage. Then we're going to type in below that local second stage equals script dot parent wait for child second stage. Now if we go in here, we should say right here first stage dot parent equals first stage dot value equals false, and second stage dot value equals true. Now I'm going to actually set this wait timer down to 5 just for an example, so we can test this faster. It should summon spikes for 5 seconds, then switch to rain. So it's summoning the spikes, and it will do this. And it seems we ran into a slight error. So I'm going to check out what the problem was. Okay, so Roblox Studio just started responding again, and I know what the glitch is now. The output told me. So we forgot a crucial thing. And the first thing I'm going to do is delete these 12 except for 1. And I've already made the change, but in your first attack script, you need to make it so it has wait 0.1 right here. because when this if statement isn't running, this while should do is going to need to have a timer on it. So now that I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a small change to that. I'm going to switch this to, instead of script.parent, I'm going to set it to script.parent.parent. Make a second attack folder. Put this inside of it, put the second attack script inside the second attack folder, and then I'm going to make 24 of them. Because these objects are rather small, so we need a lot of them. Okay, now let's go try it out in the game. So it will summon spikes for the first 5 seconds, and then it will start to summon these. The spikes will stop summoning, and it will start to summon these little raining down platforms. Well, it seems it worked. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to see more tutorials like this one, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video so you don't miss out. See you in the next video.